Very good morning to all of you. Already we discussed the 8 lectures on quantum mechanics, starting from the failures of classical mechanics, that is the origin of quantum mechanics, wave nature, wave-particle duality, and the wave mechanics, and the equation for motion of the wave mechanics, that is Schrodinger time-dependent and independent wave equations. Already we described in the previous lectures. Now we are going to apply the Schrodinger time-independent wave equation in order to solve the particle in a potential box, or the energy levels of the particle in a potential box. Or in other words, we can say that wave functions to find the energy of the particle inside the potential well or potential box. In order to find this, or in order to solve the problem, this particular problem, let us apply the Schrodinger time-independent wave equation. We know that before going to apply the Schrodinger time-independent wave equation, this entire problem can be described mathematically by simple equations. That is, V of x equal to 0 for 0 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to a. And we can also describe this V of x equal to infinity for 0 is greater than or equal to x is greater than or equal to a. What is the meaning of this particular conditions physically? That means when the particle is inside this particular potential box, this particular box has the limit x equal to 0 at the left hand side and x equal to a at the right hand side. That means the width of the box is a. That means when the particle is inside the box, it is completely moving. The potential energy is completely 0. That means the entire energy associated with the particle is only kinetic energy. There is no potential energy when the particle is inside the box. As the particle is moving inside the box, it continuously associated with the wave. That wave is nothing but matter wave. Now we are going to find the wave function for that particular matter wave. Now, in this particular, if the particle is beyond these particular walls, that means V of x, the potential energy is infinite. That means if the particle encounters this particular wall, it has infinite height. This particular symbol indicates that it has infinite height. And then, if the particle is moved towards the right side, there you are having one more obstacle, nothing but one more wall. It is also having the infinite potential energy. That means the particle doesn't escape out from these two walls. That means the boundary conditions are x equal to 0 at the left side and x equal to a at the right side. Now, we are applying the Schrodinger wave equation in order to find the wave function for the particle moving inside this particular infinite height potential well or potential box, whatever it may be. We also know that Schrodinger time-independent wave equation is given by dou square psi by dou x square plus 2m by h cross square e minus v of psi equal to 0. We know that where psi is the displacement of the matter wave, which describes the matter wave associated with the material particle, moving particle, and then m indicates the mass of the moving particle, h indicates the Planck's constant, h cross, that is the notation of the quantum mechanics, which is equal to h by 2 pi, and capital E is the kinetic energy, total energy of the particle, and V is the potential energy of the particle. Now, as we are describing the particle is moving inside this particular box, it is associated with the wave. I represented here. This is the movement of the particle, which is moving from left to right, as the wave is also moving from left to right. As the particle moves to the second boundary, that is x equal to a position, it never go further, hence it has reflect back. As the particle is moving back, the wave is also reflect back. This can be represented in this particular equation. So in order to simplify that equation, we apply the conditions. That is dou square psi by dou x square plus 2m by h cross square E of psi equal to 0. Hence B is already 0 inside the box. That means the potential energy is equal to 0. Let it be named as equation number 1. Now, for the further simplification, I assumed this entire term as k square. That is dou square psi by dou x square plus k square into psi is equal to 0. Name it as equation number 2. Where k square is nothing but 2me by h cross square. I named it as equation number 3. Now, this particular equation 2 is nothing but, you are already familiar with this equation. This is a second order differential equation. The general solution for this particular equation is given by psi of x is equal to a sin kx plus b cos kx, where a and b are arbitrary constants. Now we have to find the values of these two constants a and b. Let it be named as equation number 4. In order to find the values of the constants a and b, let us apply the boundary conditions. Here we are having two boundary conditions. First boundary condition is x equal to 0 and the second boundary condition is x equal to a. Now apply the first boundary condition. That is nothing but at x equal to 0, psi of x is also 0. Why psi of x is 0? If you look at this diagram, at x equal to 0, if the particle is moving towards the left, at x equal to 0, the particle encounters a wall of infinite height. Hence, the particle doesn't have that much of energy to move further. Hence, it doesn't move at this particular boundary x equal to 0. As the particle doesn't move, the wave is also doesn't associate with the particle at that particular position. As the wave is not there, then there is no wave function. Hence the psi of x is also 0. Now, apply these two mathematical conditions in the equation 4. Then what happens? That is psi of x equal to 0. Hence 0 is equal to a sin k of 0 plus b cos k of 0. Then what happens? We know that sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. Then 0 is equal to 0 plus b. Nothing but b is equal to 0. So, by applying the first boundary condition, we obtain the value of second arbitrary constant, that is b equal to 0. I named it as equation number 5. Now, applying the second boundary condition. What is second boundary condition? We know that at x equal to a, psi of x equal to 0. Why psi of x equal to 0? At x equal to a also, the particle encounters a wall of infinite height. Hence the particle doesn't move. As the particle doesn't move, there is no matter wave associated with the particle at this particular position x equal to a. As there is no matter wave, and there is no wave function associated with that. Hence, we have x equal to a, psi of x equal to 0. Now apply this particular condition in equation 4. Then what happens? Then equation 4 becomes 0 is equal to a sin ka plus b cos ka. Now observe carefully. Here b is already 0. Hence a never be equal to 0. Then we have b equal to 0, hence a sin ka equal to 0. As b is already 0, a never be equal to 0. Hence, as a result, sin k becomes sin ka equal to 0. Since a is not equal to 0. If a is also equal to 0, then there is no wave function associated with that particular particle which is moving inside the potential box. Hence, sin ka, when the sin ka will be 0, when ka is equal to n pi, where n takes the values from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Sorry, non-zero intercept. 1, 2, 3 and so on. That means k equal to n pi by a. Then name it as equation number 6. So we obtained the value of k also. Now equation 4 becomes, if we apply the values of 5 and 6 in equation 4, then psi of x is equal to, we have a sin n pi by a into x. Name it as equation number 7. Let it be named as equation number 7. Yeah, we already obtained the value of b, that is second arbitrary condition, and also we already obtained the k. Now we are going to find the value of first boundary, first arbitrary constant a. In order to find the arbitrary constant a, now let us apply the normalization condition. That is, we know that p equal to modulus of psi square dx. What are the limits? The limits are nothing but integration over 0 to a. Now substitute the values. That is, integration over 0 to a square sin square n pi by a x into dx. Now let us apply the value. Then p is equal to a square integral over 0 to a sin square. Yeah, sin square theta can be written as 1 minus cos 2 theta, that is 2n pi by a into x divided by 2 into dx. Now let us apply the conditions. That is a square. Let us apply the differentiation. Then x minus sin 2n pi by a into x divided by 2n pi by a into x. Now let us apply the limitations. That is a square into a minus 0 minus 0 minus 0, as sin 0 is 0. Then we have a square, yeah, this 2 is also here, a square by 2. That is a square by 2 into a equal to 1. Yeah, 5 had written this is equal to 1, normalization condition. Now capital A value becomes a is equal to square root of 2 by a. All of you know. Yeah, by substituting the value of a in the equation, that is wave function psi of x, we have psi of x is equal to square root of 2 by a sin n pi by a into x. Let it be named as equation number 8. If you observe carefully the equation 8 represents the wave functions of the particle which is in the infinitely deep potential well. For example, if the particle is in the first state, then the wave function, how the wave function will be. Now we will see. For example, if it is in the first state, that is, this can also be represented as psi suffix n of x. For example, if n is equal to 1, then psi 1 of x is equal to square root of 2 by a sin n pi. That means n is already 1. Then sin pi by a into x. Similarly, if n is equal to 2, we have psi 2 of x, that is equal to square root of 2 by a sin 2 pi by a of x. Similarly, if n is equal to 3, then psi 3 of x is equal to square root of 2 by a sin 3 pi by a into x. Now, we can represent these wave functions in the diagram. How the wave function will be existing. Now, let us see the diagram. Then we can easily understand how the wave functions are existing with the wave associated with a moving particle inside the infinitely deep potential well. As we already discussed, the boundary conditions are x equal to 0 and x equal to a. Now, for example, if n is equal to 1, let us say n is equal to 1, then the wave function is psi 1 of x. Then the wave will be like this. Similarly, if n is equal to 2, n is equal to 2, then the wave function will be psi 2 of x. Then the wave inside the potential well will be like this. Similarly, if n is equal to 3, then the wave function is psi 3 of x. Wave function can be represented as psi 3 of x, and that is as shown in the diagram, like this. So, equation 8 represents the wave functions of the wave, nothing but matter wave, associated with the particle enclosed or moving inside the infinitely deep potential well. For example, if the particle is in the state 1, then the wave function will be like this. Wave function represented by psi 1 of x. If the particle is in the state 2, then it is represented by psi 2 of x. Then there are two wave functions. Similarly, you have n equal to 3, that is psi 3 of x. There are 3 wave trains. Like that, we can represent n number of waves, n number of states. Now, our target is to find the energy of the particle enclosed within the infinitely deep potential well or potential box. In order to find the energy, we know that k square equal to 2m e by h cross square. Already we assumed in order to simplify. And we also obtained k. The value of k is k equal to n pi by a. Now, k square, if we substitute this value in this particular expression, then m square by a square is equal to 2m e by h cross square. From this expression, we have energy E is equal to n square pi square h cross square by 2m a square. As we know that h cross is nothing but h by 2 pi. If we substitute the value of h cross in this expression, this can also be represented as n square x square by 8m a square. That will be named as equation number 9. As we have different states, this can be represented as E suffix n. Equation 9 indicates us that even though the particle is inside the infinitely deep potential well or inside the potential box, the energy levels associated with the particle will be quantized, or the energy of the moving particle inside the potential well is quantized. What do you mean by quantized? Nothing but it is having discrete energy levels. How? Let us see. For example, if n is equal to 1, then E suffix 1 is equal to 1 square or h square by 8m a square. Similarly, if n is equal to 2, then E suffix 2 is equal to 4h square by 8m a square. That is nothing but 4 times E1. Similarly, if n equal to 3, then 9h square by 8m square, that is 9 times E1. Then how the energy levels are existed? Let us see. If n is equal to 1, then the energy of the particle is nothing but, now I am drawing the diagram or the graph between energy versus, this is x. So as we are discussing regarding the energy of the particle, then how the energy levels are existed, what about the energy? Let us see with the help of this particular diagram. If m is equal to 1, then we have E1 is equal to, that is h square by 8ma square, as we already derived it. Similarly, if n is equal to 2, then we have E2 equal to 4 times E1. Similarly, for m is equal to 3, we have E3 is equal to 9 times E1. So, that means if the particle is in the first state, it has the energy equal to h square by 8ma square. If the particle is in the second level or second state, m is equal to 2, it has the energy equal to 4 times that of the energy of the particle in the first state. Similarly, if the particle is in the third level, then we have what we call it as the energy of the particle in the third level is 9 times greater than that of the energy of the particle in the first energy state. This is regarding the energy of the particle associated with the potential box. Now we are going to find out the particle density or probability density, or the probability of finding the particle. Now, probability of finding the particle can be represented with the help of normalized wave function. We know that P of x is equal to modulus of psi square into dx. If we substitute the value of psi of x from equation 8 in this particular normalized wave function, then we have P of x is equal to 2 by a sin square n pi by a into x. Now, from this particular expression, let it be named as equation number 10. From equation 10, it is clear that n pi by a into x is equal to pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. That means the particle can be able to find when this particular value is equal to 90 degrees. Similarly, 3 times 90 degrees, 5 times 90 degrees. That means if we simplify this expression, then we have x is equal to a by 2n. Similarly, 3a by 2n, 5a by 2n, etc. Now, if we substitute the value of n, for example, if n is equal to 1, then x equal to a by 2. Similarly, if n is equal to 2, x equal to a by 4 and 3a by 4. And then, if n is equal to 3, then x equal to a by 6, 3a by 6, 5a by 6, etc. That means, what about the particle density? The particle density can be represented in this particular diagram. Let us understand the particle density, how the particle density is existing with the help of this particular diagram. Now, let us look at the diagram. That is psi n of x whole square, or simply psi square n of x. Now, if n is equal to 1, then modulus of psi 1 square. Then the particle is, the probability of finding the particle is maximum at this particular point, that is x equal to a by 2. That means here. That means if the particle is in the first energy level, then there is a lot of probability, there is a maximum probability to find the particle at this particular distance a by 2. That is exactly at the half of the width of the potential box. Now, for example, if the particle is in the second energy level, that is the probability of finding the particle, that is modulus of psi 2 square, is maximum at a by 4 and 3a by 4. That is quarter part of the width of the box and 3 times quarter part of the width of the box. And then if the particle is in the third energy state, that is probability of finding the particle is modulus of psi 3 square, then it will be maximum at a by 6, that is here, and 3a by 6 and 5 times a by 6. So this is how one can able to find the probability of the particle within the wave as well as the wave functions when the particle is in the different discrete energy states. This is regarding the energy levels of the particle as well as wave functions associated with the particle inside the, which is moving inside the potential box or infinitely deep potential well. Thank you. All of you note down it.